Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. FBI season is back. The season where Arsenal fans track planes to get to know when players are going to be doing their medicals. The season where Arsenal fans follow the players' families to get to know how far the deal is. It's crazy. It's crazy when it comes to Arsenal fans. I remember tracking, people tracking Isaac and tracking Timber's family to get to know when Tim was going to join. All that. It's usually a crazy season. We'll be covering that because there's updates from Calafiori's girlfriend in regards to Calafiori joining Arsenal, basically confirming that he's going to join us in the next couple of days. And also the latest on Eze. Could it be a double deal with Calafiori and Eze? As Eze has been linked to Arsenal, could that be a good deal to do, or should he be using that money elsewhere? That could be around a 110 million euro double deal if it actually happened. Is that a good money spent, or should he be using that money elsewhere? First up, let's start the Calafiori update, and this is what we have. So, according to reports, not reports, I confirmed it is true. This morning, Ricardo Calafiori's girlfriend, Bendetta, has put a video up on her Instagram of her writing, now I cannot read that. Tanti angure amore mio. I am not Italian, but whatever it says in the sun. Luckily, we have translation. It basically means best wishes, my love. So is this pretty much confirming that the guy is moving on to a new chapter, which is Arsenal? Because there's no other team that he's going to be moving to. Fabrizio has already confirmed that it's only Arsenal. So that pretty much confirms that he's going to join Arsenal. We have to wait for them to finish the holiday. For him to come and do the medical. But in terms of Bendetta's Instagram, he's basically an Arsenal player. He's wishing him the best on his new chapter, and that pretty much means he's going to be joining Arsenal. No worries about that. The only thing remaining is just the finalization, and obviously lastly, the medical, and it's going to be Arsenal's second official signing of the transfer window. Absolutely no worry. Now, he might not end up being the second official signing. Remember, with Declan Rice, we thought he was going to be our first signing of the transfer window, but he ended up being the second after Havertz. And Timber, we actually thought he was going to be the second signing, but it ended up being the third, and Rice was signed first. So Calafiori's deal is already done. But he might not put pen to paper until after his medical, and he might actually sign another player before he comes back from his holiday, especially if we are being linked to a player who's not at the Euros. We could end up signing a second player before Calafiori puts pen to paper, and Calafiori ends up being like our third signing of the transfer window, if you know what I mean. But that deal is pretty much done. Sky Sports have just confirmed this a couple of hours ago as well. Sky Italy reporting that Ricardo Calafiori has his heart set on a move to Arsenal. That's where he wants to go. There's been interest from other clubs, but he wants to go to Arsenal. So that is usually what matters. The 2-3 things that matter. Does the player want to join you, or does he have other targets, or does he want to stay at his team? If he wants to join you, it makes things easier to negotiate with the team. The team now knows that, okay, the player wants to move on. Now let's negotiate with you. This is how much you want. And if you agree the terms with the team and the fee with the team, it's easier. Sometimes you don't want to get into those situations, but if a player really wants to join you and the team is like, no, we don't want to sell them, you could push for a transfer. I usually don't like those situations of, players pushing and forcing their way out of the team. Calafiori, this is a very easy deal. I know it seems like you've taken a whole age with it, but remember, it's only been a couple of days since we had that Calafiori is going to join Arsenal. This has been easy to negotiate with Bologna, easy to negotiate with Calafiori in his camp. It's literally taken less than a week since Italy went out of the Euros. We've had a lot of progress very, very quickly, and it hasn't been. We haven't heard about any, disagreements in terms of personal terms or wages or bonuses or Arsenal Bologna. No, we have a good relationship with Bologna. Calafiori wants to join Arsenal, even though he was linked to numerous teams: Chelsea, Leverkusen, PSG, I think Dortmund, and several others, Juventus as well. He's ended up at Arsenal, and we've beaten all of those teams to his signature, and he's chosen Arsenal. That is great. We always want players who want to join Arsenal. That is what we want. Players who want to join Arsenal ahead of other teams. We don't want players who just join us because they want to be in London, or just join us because we are the only team that wants them, or just join us because we're giving them the most money. No, we want players to come and join us because they feel like this is a good project. I want to be part of a test project. I want to play in a back four with the likes of Saliba and Gabriel. I want to, I feel like I'm going to bring something to the team. I feel like I'm the missing piece in terms of Arsenal winning the league. We want players to join because of the project. I think Havertz joined because of the project. I think Rice joined because of the project, and as well. I think Timber joined because of the project, and a lot of other players. Back in the day, like Willian, Willian came to Arsenal because he was in London. He didn't really want to leave London, and Arsenal was convenient for him. You don't really want those kind of transfers. You want a player to say, no, I don't want Leverkusen. No, I don't want PSG. No, I don't want Chelsea. No, why should I go to Dortmund? No, I don't want to go to Juventus. I want to go to Arsenal. I feel like that is the perfect fit for me. That is what you want. So Calafiori to Arsenal, this is pretty much a done deal. We're waiting for new information tomorrow, and we're going to be welcoming Ricardo Calafiori to Arsenal as our new player. Right now, in my head, Calafiori still is already an Arsenal player. It's a matter of him doing the medical, and that is that for Calafiori. So that is a new update from his girlfriend. Arsenal fans and FBI. It's crazy. We think Arsenal fans are better than the FBI. That is very interesting. So that's the latest on Calafiori. Let's get to the latest on Eze. Now, it has been reported by Ed Aarons, Arsenal are understood to be among several clubs interested in Crystal Palace's Eberechi Eze. Now, we discussed him a little bit on the live stream, and most of you guys, close to 70% of you guys said yes, 100% you take Eze at Arsenal. And that is interesting because the options were, do you think there's no need of signing Eze because you already have Smith Rowe? Or do you think Eze is not even good enough for Arsenal? Or do you think Eze is a no-brainer, 100% should be signed? And you guys said 100% he should be signed. 70% of you said yes, he should be signed. There was also an option for, should we use that money elsewhere, or, buy him right now, but not as a priority later on. But most of you said no, buy him right now. If he becomes available, he's a player we should be buying. Now, there's other deals that feel like deals that you can do without, deals that are a bit luxury deals, like you already have very good tires and rims, but you want some more decorated rims, and some new flashy rims or flashy bumper, all that, like the extras on the car. As it does, kind of feels like that to me. I don't feel like he's a priority at Arsenal. Midfield is priority, strikers a priority, getting a backup for Saka is a priority. Yes, unless we are moving someone like a Trossard or Martinelli to the right side to help out Saka, and then we are going to use Eze on the left side, that would be great. But as of now, is Eze really a priority? Would you be happy if we signed Eze and spend that money on Eze and not get a striker? I think most of you would say no. So it would cost a lot. It would cost around 60 million euros. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. That is money that you can get a midfielder with. That is money that you can get a midfielder plus a second choice goalkeeper. But is he a good player? Oh, absolutely, yes. Eze is absolutely incredible. He's 26 years of age. The last 3 years, his numbers have been improving in terms of goals. He's managed to stay fit. In terms of assists, set pieces, dribbling, creating chances, scoring goals, Premier League experience, England international versatility, can play in 3 positions up front, left side, number 8, number 10. If you have Eze in your team, you're definitely going to create chances. But do we already have players who can create chances for us? The answer is yes. The answer is actually yes. Odegaard is there. The likes of Trossard are there. If we add Eze, does he become a starter in the team? I'm not sure. So that's the other reason I'm thinking, would you really want to join Arsenal if he's not going to become a starter? Unless he's really promised the number 8 position, and that is the position that Rice is going to play. Unless we take Rice back to the number 6. And personally, I also prefer Rice playing the number 8 position, because he pretty much defend from the front, and then you also have like a party sitting deep, and that is great for you. But if you bring in Eze, that means either drop Trossard and Martinelli to the bench, or you have Eze on the bench, or you drop Odegaard to the bench and have Eze starting. Is that any of those going to happen? I don't think so. So it's going to be an interesting one. Where we are going to compete with Man City, yes, we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we have 2, 3, 50 million pound players on the bench. That is how Man City are. Man City could have Gvardiol 70, 80 million on the bench. They have Grealish 100 million on the bench. They could have Doku 50 million on the bench. And, they still have expensive players like the likes of Haaland and players like that playing for them. And they still, have a very good bench in terms of money, quality bench. We'll need to go to that position, to those levels, to compete with them. Yes, not just like 5 million players on the bench, 5 million pound players on the bench. No, you need a squad, a very expensive squad, and a squad that can compete with them and compete in the Champions League as well. Absolutely no problem. But if you already had a striker and already had a defensive midfielder, and then you were looking for a wing and a goalkeeper only, or a wing and a defender, then I'd be like, yes, for sure, you need to get Eze. This is a quality player. Crystal Palace, between January and May, they were absolutely incredible, and Eze was one of the reasons why. Looked very comfortable in the ball, the number of chances he was creating, the kind of goals he was scoring. He looked so comfortable in that midfield position after Roy Hodgson left. The freedom, like if you give Eze freedom to express himself, he'll do the job for you. He'll definitely do the job for you. But is this what we need as a priority? The answer is unfortunately yes. No. The answer is no, not yes. The answer is definitely no. This is not our priority. Is he a good player? Yes. Is he a player that would add something to Arsenal? Yes. Is he a player that would add something to like a Liverpool or Tottenham if he ends up there? Yes. But is he a priority? No. If you already had other positions, then yes. Because if he does sign, it will affect this particular player, that is Emil Smith-Rowe. And Seth of Sky Sports has also reported that Fulham interested in Emil Smith-Rowe, and a bid is expected very, very soon. Let's see how that one goes. But that's the latest in terms of those two players. Let me know what you make of that. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.